to the Fly Pop Podcast where girls can blossom. Today, I'm your host, Janaya, and I'm here with
Angelique,
Drew,
and Milan.
So first we're going to start off. How was y'all's day?
it was okay. My day, I really just watched a movie recommended by my favorite cousin, Jenny. How was your day?
it was good. I won a raffle at school today, which was cool.
Period.
How about you, Milan?
Well, my day was okay because I got in trouble yesterday, and I got in trouble a little bit today.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
But
My day was good, but we had this walk of peace, but there was 4 fights, so I don't think it was that peaceful.
The right time,
Yeah.
the exact right time to fight is
Real,
peace.
on a peace walk.
Yes.
But yeah, I was listening to music in my AirPods while that was happening, so it was rugged.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're gonna get right into it. Today's episode is called Through the Dirt. This is about inner conflicts and stress because y'all grown people be thinking teens can't be stressed, but really we stay stressed.
For real though.
So first things first, what's stress, Drew?
So the definition of stress is a state of mental or emotional strain or tension resulting from adverse or very demanding circumstances.
All right. So that was text definition, but I
had
feel
a lot of words in it.
yeah, I feel stress straight to the point is there's so much stuff going through a person's mind and they just can't keep track of it all and they just start to feel overwhelmed and overstimulated and they can't find peace in their minds.
Yeah.
For me, I feel like stress is really just when a person is feeling upset or worried about a situation that happened in the past or them worrying about what's gonna happen in the future.
Yeah, people say it's always that. Nobody's ever on the present.
Right. I think stress, it's something heavy. It's weighing you down, makes problems seem more difficult and less manageable.
Yeah.
How about you, Mila?
I feel like stress, you can define stress, as Janaya said, I would say the same thing because people don't know what's going on in their mind and then they just can get stressed off of crying and different types of things that mess them up in their lifetime.
Yeah. Going off of that, what do y'all feel the biggest sources of stress is? Because there's a lot.
I would say drama.
Yes.
There's too much in the world. That's my personal opinion.
Of course.
For me, I feel like stress is really just sourced by family.
Yes.
Because a lot of children and girls feel like they should please their family and they don't want to be a burden or they don't want to be an inconvenience to their their parents or to their family. Just because of school and stuff like that.
Go ahead, Mom.
I would say your parents and Angelique said, your family. Sometimes it may be your friends.
That's true.
That annoy you,
that
annoy. You might have friends that annoy you a lot, or you might just have people in your class or people in your school that just annoy you for no reason and keeps on doing it daily, and then you get stressed and stressed and stressed.
Yeah. I feel y'all are so different. I feel the biggest source of stress is school and grades and people just trying to perfect their grades 24/7
And stay perfect.
or even social media because the set standard of how you're supposed to look, how you're supposed to do everything is so different than how nobody fits that standard.
Yeah.
Right.
But I feel when you're talking about how it really sources from school, I feel when you really ask a person who's really stressed out about school and you ask them, oh, why are you stressed out about school? They'll be oh yeah, because my parents said they want me to become a doctor, a lawyer, or have some kind of big job, and it just sources from 2 parents. Yeah.
Right, yeah. I think school is humongous, stressful situation. I say that because I just started going to a new school and it's a little, in the beginning it was a little overwhelming. So I would say school for sure is very stressful.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like I know some people's school like they have a support system, but like some people don't. Do y'all school have a support system? And like if y'all do, then like what is it like? How do they do it?
Okay, so at my school, we have a guidance counselor for like every 2 grades, like 6th and 5th and 6th, 7th and 8th, and she's like really involved. Like
Yeah.
we are having like I think it's like a day of wellness, like wellness activities, which I'm excited for. It's been pretty like I don't know. I'm looking for the
School. Were you done, Drew?
I was done. I was just letting the tape play
Yeah.
so we can cut more stuff out.
Yeah.
My school, we do SEL, and like it's like supposed to be helpful, but if I'm gonna be for real, nobody pays attention to it.
Yeah.
But like we have multiple counselors, like a whole bunch of counselors. So, like I feel like stress is dealt with, but like not right away. Like not till the end of the quarter when your grades are supposed to be done. When everything's already done, that's when they come get you, and that's like annoying. Like
It's not really helping.
it's not helpful anymore.
Yeah.
Like where were you 2 weeks ago?
Right.
Yeah.
And one question, what's SEL?
It's social emotional learning.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
I feel like schools don't really like I feel like schools don't really deal with stress immediately, and they don't when they see like, oh yeah, this person's like, they only deal with stress when their grades are slipping.
Yeah.
Like they don't deal with stress when they're bullying people or when they're like talking back to their teachers and stuff.
Or
And
like if they have
on
like,
my school,
high
all
grades.
yeah, like just because they have high grades means, oh yeah, they can't be stressed. They have nothing to stress about.
Yeah.
But it's like there's a million things that can be stressed about, like family
For real.
and or like just being bullied and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like at my school, there's only really like one person who like people can trust and people can like talk to like regular and stuff like that.
Right.
So
And even like with the counselors, if they're busy and you're like
you're never gonna get.
you're
seen.
never gonna see them until
Yeah.
later. What if you need like
now.
immediate help.
right?
Like say if you're like having a panic attack or something like that, it's like
Maybe you're not in
can't
the
get
room with a
help.
teacher that you trust. Like
Yeah.
it's very stressful.
Yeah.
Well, we actually were just like I was just thinking about this, like ways to relieve stress. Like you could go for a walk. You could like dive into one of your hobbies. Make sure you have at least one good relationship.
Yeah.
That's important.
That's always good. Like a friend, a parent, a teacher,
Just
a
one
guidance
person you
counselor,
could
anyone.
you could always talk to. It makes all the difference.
I feel like there are like more than a million ways to cope with stress.
Right.
And like taking a bubble bath or like using
Yes.
sensory toys or like talking to your parents. But for me, I don't really feel like there's a lot of people you can like businesses that you can talk to. You know, like there's not a lot of people that you can talk to that will actually understand where you're coming from.
Okay. Can you like expand on that?
Like, say if you're having a panic attack at your house,
Okay.
you can not easily, but you can just like the things I said before, like take a bath or like talk to your parents and stuff like that. But if you're at school and you're having a panic attack, there's no bath. There's like usually before, like now they have sensory toys and stuff, but before there weren't any like sensory toys you can use or people you can talk to. And it's like there isn't a lot of people, like even if there are businesses you can talk to, most likely they won't understand where you're coming from just because you're a child. And just because they think, oh yeah, there's nothing you can be stressed about, oh yeah, I have bills to pay, I have things to do. And it's like
right, they like compare themselves like
Yes.
with everything I have to do, what could you possibly be stressed about?
Exactly. And
They
there's
don't
like,
really understand.
and there's more than a million things that a child can be stressed about.
For real.
Like, yeah.
Going off what Angelique said, how do you cope with stress? Or like, who's a person that you can talk to about stress?
You want to talk?
Go ahead, Mom. You can start.
I didn't go for the last question.
I'm sorry.
Just gonna jump in, right?
Yeah.
Like how I would deal with stress.
Like either that or like who you talk to
Yeah.
about it.
Like, how do you cope with it when it becomes overwhelming?
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Or before it becomes overwhelming?
Yeah.
First, how I would deal with stress is like I would breathe before I could go outside, maybe take a walk and do some stretching. And yes, I do have some people to talk to, and those people are my mom, my aunt, myself. And I know this because I get stressed a lot, but I don't really like to express my feelings only if I want to. Because like I feel like they're gonna really judge me on on things of what I say, and I just don't feel confident about doing it.
Do you feel comfortable saying like ways that they will judge you?
Like
How you
what would
feel
they
you might
say
be
or like
Yeah.
Like what I think they will say is like, why did you do that? Why didn't you say something?
Okay.
And I feel like they're just gonna keep saying things, and then they're gonna say
Right.
things behind
Yeah.
my
Make
back.
things worse.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
I
and then
understand.
tell other people, and then that's why I don't really like to express my feelings.
It's hard
That's a real
sometimes.
problem with
Yeah.
families. Like them you telling them about personal stuff that you're going through, and then they just tell everybody in the family.
yes.
It's,
and
it's
so annoying.
And you get in trouble, and they tell your mom, but then your mom tells somebody else.
Yeah,
and,
and it just-
it's
and
just
then
like a whole
it's
thing.
It's
Yeah,
whatever.
So and
and
so
they-
got in trouble in school today, and then it's like a rental environment.
Yeah.
it's a whole entire cycle.
I don't personally relate to that, like family wise.
Do you have an answer to the question how you
Oh
cope?
yeah. That's what I forgot where we were for a minute.
I'm sorry. I
It's
got
all
off
good.
track.
It's all good. How I cope with stress, I write in a journal. It helps me to organize my thoughts. I mean, some people think it's like writing in a diary, it's for babies. No, it's just like a cool way for me to know how I was feeling one day, and then when I get bored, I'll just read over my old journal entries, and it's so cool to see what I was thinking.
How
in
far
that
you've
moment.
come and
But now you look over and no, why did I think like that?
Exactly. Yeah, and it's really helpful. Another
Very
way I cope with stress, I write poetry.
ooh.
So I love to write poetry. It helps me to express hard feelings. It makes me feel lighter after things are heavy. It's very free.
It's like a weight lifted off your shoulders.
Yeah.
So do you write about your feelings, or do you just write anything in general?
About my feelings, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which sounds so corny.
It's fine. No,
But it works.
I used to write poetry, but not about my feelings. I would just
I used to write
stories
corny
and
stuff the grass is green
yeah.
Yeah.
I would say that how I cope with stress is I break everything into small pieces.
Yeah.
Right.
If it's school related, then math goes into one pile, and I do math that day.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And I just listen to music and tone it out. My aunt she helps me with it, and she knows how to calm me down.
Yeah.
And seeing that, she's one of the people I love to go to. If I'm feeling some type of way, either her or my teacher, cause them two they get me. I don't know why, but they do.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, is your aunt older or in her teenage years?
18. Wait, no, 17.
Yeah, I like to talk to my aunt too because she's I don't want to say a loner, but but she's a very quiet person who doesn't like to really talk in family things.
Independent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel writing journals or doing poetry or going in bubble baths, but there's people I can talk to. I can talk to my mom, and because she's my mom.
You like that?
And I can talk to my cousin Janae, who I mentioned before,
Yeah.
because she's a therapist for children in schools. So it's like, she understands people who are like me because she works in the middle school, and then she understands people who are like me, who are going through the same things as me. And when I tell her about my feelings, she's like, oh yeah, da da da, and she gives me ways to help with that, and ways to think about the situation.
And sometimes it's so important to have that voice outside of your parents. I mean, your parents, they want the best for you.
So they won't they won't feed into what you're doing. They'll try to drift you away from it and try to make you forget about it. In a sort, they don't want you to feel that type of way. They want you to
They want you to feel better. I guess with my parents, if I tell them something, and I talk to my parents all the time, but if I tell them something, they'll give me a certain type of advice, fitting their personality.
Yeah.
And sometimes it clashes with mine, and I don't want to follow it.
Yeah.
So talking to my counselor, instead of talking to my parents, sometimes is a clearer voice.
Yeah.
Another voice, not a clearer voice, but another personality, another option, which is super cool.
I'm sorry, but there's a question I've been dying to ask y'all.
Okay.
So how would social media or
other people's opinions and influences?
Other people's opinions influence Black girls to harm themselves, think badly of themselves, or any of that sort?
I feel it can really go into any of the topics that we're talking about on this podcast.
Yeah.
Sexual violence or bullying and stuff like that, because they can a big creator can really just say their opinion on stuff, and then a person who's a follower of that can be oh yeah, since this person feels like that, I should feel the same way. And then if they say, oh yeah, I'm gonna kill myself because this person is bullying me at school, they can be oh, well, since this person is thinking like that, I'm gonna think like that too.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's they get influenced by it and stuff like that.
That, or even just they see that they don't fit the quote unquote beauty standards of this, and then that stresses them out. That's nobody's gonna find me attractive. Nobody's gonna find me nobody's gonna want me just because I don't look like the TikTok stars or the Instagram models.
Yeah.
So they'll starve themselves, they'll cut themselves, they'll do anything to make it look like them and to be that person. Yes, that's that can do damage mentally to somebody.
I said.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine.
Go ahead.
What? Are you want to speak?
Go ahead, Mom.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Drew, do you have anything to say about this?
Oh, I was just going to say that not even just social media, just regular media, just being around people can influence. How you were saying about if you see someone popular on social media saying stuff. If you see someone just in general in school or one of your friends think a certain way, you kind of automatically copy what they're doing.
What everyone else is thinking.
And you kind of have to go against make an intention to go against it, or else you're gonna find yourself why am I thinking this?
Yeah. What are some inner conflicts that y'all encounter daily as a Black girl?
Inner conflicts I feel I face as a Black girl is really just people thinking that I'm dumb or stupid just because of my race, and or when people say if a teacher is asking the whole class the question, people are or the teacher is oh yeah, they ask everybody else except me when I already know the question. And it's just it's very defacing and stuff
that. That's right.
Yeah.
But the conflict is for me, it's people just call me annoying, dumb, stupid, ugly.
Me as a mixed person, it's always so weird because they'll find out that I have Puerto Rican in me or that I have Black in me, and they'll be oh really? I thought you were just white. What, bro? I've heard once, oh, you're too smart to have any of that in you.
What?
What, bro?
It doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
It doesn't.
And it's really just the parents to
Yes, the parents. Y'all need to
and it's
teach
just
y'all kids.
it's just a reoccurring cycle.
Yes,
right. Nobody teaches. Nobody's gonna know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think for Eurocentric beauty standards, I go to a predominantly white school,
Yes.
and all the girls I see dress the same way, dye their hair blonde. A weird environment to be in. It makes me feel
Out of place.
out of place. Yeah.
Asking everybody's questions, and y'all deal with all that all that judgment and stuff. in Timbuk2? Like, how can we support each other? How do we support each other?
I feel like I know
Yeah.
that we can really just talk and just converse in their own experiences,
It helps.
and them listening. It's just like it helps so much, and that can really just like uproot the problem.
Yeah.
And just
Also, to kind of bounce off what you're saying, Angie, like parents hearing how like stressful things can be for like girls in general, like it can help them when they're like creating spaces for us, like to know actually what we want, not just what they think we want to feel better about themselves.
Yeah, that's a real
And even
problem.
like I feel like here at Timbuk2, like we have a problem from school. We all come in, like we talk about it together, and then like we all like put ideas on the table of like how to fix it. Mama always helps us with it. Like we all help each other with it. Like I feel like we don't judge each other about it. Like we like help each other and we guide each other through it. I feel like that's like really nice to have.
The thing I feel like we can do is just talk with each other, and
It's always flowy. Like it's never like.
I said that before you just cut that out. I'm sorry. I was gonna say something else.
You're good.
Well,
You're good.
Thank you for sharing, y'all, and helping me with this episode. So before y'all know, before we close out, we all have to leave something in the soil of the flower pot. So I'm gonna go first. And I'm gonna leave faith for all the girls who like lost faith in themselves or like think that like they can't do it, because you can do it. You just need a little bit more time.
I'm gonna leave positive thinking. Positive thinking.
Just gonna leave knowledge that if you are going through a hard time right now, even though you are going through it, the main solution of getting out of it is getting through it. If you understand what I'm saying, just like going through what you're going through and like it's not wrong. I was gonna say like never mind.
And I'm gonna leave confidence in the flower pot.
Yeah.
In the soil of the flower pot, because if like just in general, like, the confidence to get support if you need it, the confidence in yourself that you might have lost.
All right, so y'all have been great co-hosts. So, and thank all y'all viewers for tuning in. To keep on with our journey, follow us on our social media accounts, which are all Timbuk2 Academy, which is TIMBUK, the number 2, ACADEMY. And please remember, if you or anyone is in need of immediate help, please contact a professional. Dial 988 to the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, or if you're in an emergency, call 911. And these are the Timbuk2 Academy Flower Pot Ambassadors signing off. Remember that you are beautiful and that you are born worthy.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.